During my first marathon, I thought to myself I would never expose myself to this kind of difficult task again. 2 days later, I was already thinking about what my next race could be. And leading up to my first Ironman, I thought that I would need an off-season of 2 to 4 months to collect myself and regain energy. 2 weeks later, I was signed up for the Seoul Marathon. This really tells me that these races mean something to me. And I think it's because I learn so much about myself every time I challenge my limit. I thrive in the months leading up to a race because I have this goal that I'm working towards. We are now 2 weeks out from the Seoul Marathon, and in this video I wanted to show you what a training week looks like 2 weeks out from the race. I share this with the hopes of you gaining knowledge about how I structure my training week and hopefully to inspire you to how to structure your training week. I hope you enjoy the video. Monday morning, the start of the week. Today is usually a pretty chill training day because on Sunday is where I go very hard in training. So Monday is actually just an active day more than it is a specific training day. I usually always go for a swim training on Monday, and today I actually don't have a specific plan. So I will just head over there and do whatever I feel like doing, which probably will just be a few 1,000-meter intervals of some freestyle swimming. And then afterwards I'm going to do a strength training, which I pretty much do 6 times a week, with the one exception of tomorrow because I have a midterm exam, but more on that later. For now we're just focused on the upcoming swim, so let's go get it. I just made it back from the swimming pool and the gym and got some breakfast, and now I just wanted to talk about what I actually did. So for the swim, I started by doing a 300-meter warm-up, and then I did a 10 times 200-meter intervals where I switched between swimming regular crawl and swimming with a pool boy. So I was alternating between those two options every 200 meters until I hit the 2000 meter mark. Then I did 1 times 200 meters of some 3-5-7, which just means that you take a breath every 3 takes, 5 takes, 7 takes, and then you repeat until you have swam the 200 meters. To end off the session, I just did 100 meters of back crawl. For the strength training, I usually just go by what I feel like doing that day, but I always do 2 exercises of push, pull and legs. Then I do 1 superset of some ab work with some calf work and 1 superset for my arms. I'm not particularly focused on the strength training because I'm looking for specific results in especially my running. So strength training is just an important part of my routine to maintain and maybe build a little bit of strength, which is really essential for me not getting injured in any of the other sports that I do. So this is actually all the training that I'm going to do today. As I mentioned earlier, Monday is pretty chill because I am always going hard on Sunday, so I need Monday as a bit of a rest day to let my body recover a bit. Now I'm headed towards the university and then I will catch up with you later in the day. Okay, so I just returned home from school and I just wanted to give you a last update for this day. So I haven't done any training today besides the training that I did this morning. And for tomorrow, I am actually not going to do anything but run. Usually I will also strength train, but because I have a midterm exam that is scheduled kind of weird, I don't really have time to get both trainings in, and therefore I will always prioritize my running. Just to give you an idea of what we're going to do tomorrow, we are going to run 18 kilometers just by complete feel. This means that I'm going to run easy and try not to look at the pace at all. And I will probably estimate that I'm going to run 5 minutes per kilometer. Another very exciting announcement is that my parents are coming to visit me here in Korea. So I will see them tomorrow for the first time in a couple of months, which I'm really looking forward to. This was the last thing that I wanted to say today, and I will just see you tomorrow morning right before we run the 18 kilometers. It's Tuesday morning and I just woke up and got in the clothes. So I will be repping the Copenhagen Marathon 2022 t-shirt with some sleeves from fiber because it's still pretty cold outside because it's so early in the morning, which is also why I'm wearing this. As I mentioned yesterday, the plan is to go run 18 kilometers in an easy pace, which means that I won't go above my heart rate of 150 to work on my aerobic base. And I just think that we should get going. I'm on my way down to the Han River because I know a loop down there that is 12 kilometers in total. And after I complete the loop, we will be back in Cheonggyecheon. I want to show you a pretty serious hill that I run sometimes. But before that, we're going down to the Han River. I made it to the Han River, and at the moment I really regret not wearing any gloves. I just made it to the furthest end of the loop, and now we are on the way back besides the Han River to get back up to Cheonggyecheon. Just left the Han River and is making my way back to Cheonggyecheon. I made it back to Cheonggyecheon and we are on the way over to the hill that I mentioned earlier. We arrived at the hill and just take a look at this beauty. So next stop is on the top. And it just keeps going. We made it. Now it's time to get down on the other side. I just finished the 18 kilometers, and after I got back from climbing the hill, I was at 15 kilometers, so I just did a couple of loops around the block to get to 18. And I did the 18 kilometers in 1 hour and 30 minutes and 15 seconds, which is the pace of 4:01 per kilometer. But the most important part was that my heart rate was 144 average throughout the entire run, which made the training very successful. And now I'm just walking the 1 kilometer to cool down before I head in and get ready for school. Simultaneously with us finishing the run, the sun is also rising, which is one of my favorite things about running in the morning. I love getting up with the sun and getting ready for the day. Now I will just head inside and get ready for school, and then I will see you later. Okay, I just made it home from school, and there has actually occurred a little pocket of time which has made it possible for me to go strength train anyways before the midterm exam later today. So therefore my plan is to head down to the CrossFit gym and do a little circuit before my parents arrive here at Cheonggyecheon, where I will meet them for the first time in a couple of months. I just made it out the gym and finished a nice workout. As you probably saw, I started by doing some overhead squats and some box jumps because my jumping ability is absolutely horrible. So that is something that I'm practicing at the moment. I just did 6 reps of the overhead squats and then 6 box jumps afterwards. That takes me about a minute, and then I rest a minute between the sets. So I do like 1 minute on, 1 minute off. Afterwards, I did some pull-ups and some overhead presses because I also really want to get better at the pull-up. So similarly to the first exercise, it takes me about a minute and then a minute rest between. And then I ended off with 2.5 minute plank one time. So maybe not the most optimized training, but in my opinion, it's so much better just to get something done instead of waiting for the perfect opportunity to have the greatest workout of all time. Now the plan is to get my parents from the airport out to Cheonggyecheon, and later on today, I still have that midterm that I have to complete. It has been a lot of hours since the last update, and I have accomplished a couple of different things. First of all, I got my parents successfully to their hotel, even though they did most of the work themselves. And then we just catched up a bit before we went out and had some dinner. Then I had to go and do my midterm exam that I mentioned earlier, which I just returned home from. And now I am totally bummed. So to be honest, I'm just diving straight into bed now. In terms of training, we are going for a fairly short swim and then a strength training in tomorrow morning. So I will just catch you when I wake up before I head over to the swimming pool. It's Wednesday morning and I just woke up and I slept incredible. I'm about to make my way over to the swimming pool, but I just wanted to let you know what I'm about to do today. So we're going to start with 200 meters warm up and then 4 times 50 meters of only legs. Then afterwards, 4 times 50 meters of legs on the side. Then 4 times 50 meters of balanced legs.
and then 200 meters with the pool boy, and that is actually all for the swim. A very light swim training only focused on technique training. And then afterwards I'm doing a strength training similar to the one on Monday as well. It's just going to be the exact same structure of 2 push exercises, 2 pull exercises, 2 legs exercises, a little bit of core and calf work, and that's all. And the specific exercises I just choose when I'm over there because I just do what feels the most fun that day. So let's head out. I just made it back to the apartment after completing the swim and the strength training. In terms of the rest of the day, there's no training. I'm just going out exploring Seoul with my parents because they are of course using every minute they have in their short period here in Seoul to go explore the city before they go home again. And then I will probably make an update later today about what we're going to train tomorrow. It's Tuesday morning and I just got up. So I know I said yesterday that I would give you a last update, but that didn't really happen because me and my parents went around Seoul and explored and ate great food and everything. So when I got home, I was very tired and jumped straight to bed. But now it's Tuesday morning and we are about to make our way down to the CrossFit to go in a CrossFit class here in the morning, which I'm really looking forward to. The only thing is that they didn't upload the program yet, so I can't talk you through what we're going to do, but I will do that after the class. Then after we've done that, we are going to run down to the Han River with my parents because they really want to experience some good runs here in Seoul while they're here. I think we're going to run about 6 kilometers with my parents in just an easy pace, so that's going to be great. But first of all, we're going to the CrossFit and I'm making my way down there right now. I just came back from the CrossFit class and I just wanted to walk you through what we did in the VOD. So there was a time cap of 20 minutes and then we had to do 5 power cleans, then 20 push-ups, and then 100 single unders. Then we had to do 10 power cleans, 20 push-ups, and 100 single unders. And at last we had to do 15 power cleans, 20 push-ups, and 100 single unders. So a great start on the day, and I just got a message from my parents that they just woke up. So in about 10-20 minutes, we are going out for a little run, even though it's raining quite a bit outside. But that really doesn't matter because as I learned in the military, luckily our skin is waterproof. So it's just about getting out there and getting the work done. And I'm really looking forward to running with my parents here in Korea. I just think we should get the work done. I just came back to the apartment after running with my parents and we ran 6 kilometers in 38 minutes, which is the pace of 6 minutes per kilometer. So a great and chill run with my parents, and there is not any more training for me for the rest of the day. So we're just going out into the city and exploring just like yesterday. Then tomorrow is going to be a solo run from my side because I'm going to do some speed work, but I will elaborate on that later on. For now, I will just head in the shower and get some breakfast. I just came home from a very great and very long day walking around a lot of Gangnam with my parents, and now I'm headed straight to bed. Before that, I just wanted to point out that I'm going to walk you through the run we're doing tomorrow morning, right before I do the run. So I will just see you after a very great night of sleep. It's Friday morning, 4:30 a.m. and I just woke up. So I had to get up this early because me and my parents have a lot of different plans later today. So I had to get up and do this run before they wake up. In terms of the run today, I'm going to start with a 10-minute warm-up, then 2 times of 10 minutes in around pace 4 with a 3-minute break in between. Then afterwards 2 sets of 10 minutes in pace 10 with a 4-minute break in between, and then just a 5-minute jog at the end to cool down before I walk the last kilometer, which I always do. Another thing about today's run is that we're pulling out the big guns. My Vaporfly. These shoes are my very favorite race shoes, and I always begin to wear them like 1 or 2 weeks before a race, so my feet and legs can get used to them. Now I will head out there and get the run done. I just finished the run and I ran 14 kilometers in the 1 hour and 5 minutes, which was the pace of 4:30 per kilometer. So this was the only training that I am able to get in today because, as I mentioned earlier, me and my parents have a lot of different plans. So it was just nice to get this run in the bank before we head out and explore Korea some more. Later on today, I will probably walk you through what we do tomorrow morning. But if I, like every other day, don't get to do it on that day, I will do it tomorrow morning. We just made it home before going out again and finding some dinner. So I just wanted to talk about what we are doing tomorrow morning because we are going for a swim training. And depending on how early my parents want to get out of bed, we are also doing a strength training. But the breakdown of the swim, I think I will do in the morning. And depending on if I'm doing the strength training or not, it will just be the usual push-pull legs and then a couple of accessory exercises at the end. And if I'm doing the strength training, it will be very similar to the other strength trainings that I've been doing after the swim training. It's Saturday morning and I'm about to make my way over to the swimming pool. On top of that, I have also decided that it's not going to happen with the strength training today because I just don't have enough time. So this morning is only going to be a swim, which is maybe very fine because I can feel that my body is pretty taxed, and tomorrow will be the Sunday run, which is pretty challenging as usual. So today is only a swim. In terms of the actual swim, it's going to start with 200-meter warm-up, then 4 times 50 meters of legs, then 4 times 50 meters of one-arm crawl. The main series will be 100 meters times 15 times, and every 100 meter will begin after 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Then after the main series, it's just going to be 100 meters of cool down. I will just make my way over to the swimming pool and get the swim done, and later on today I will talk you through what we're going to do on the Sunday run for tomorrow. It's Sunday morning, which means it's the last training day and the last day of this week. And today, as usual, it's the big run training. So today is going to be a pretty long run because we're going out for a 25-kilometer training where I'm going to start by 4 kilometers warm up, then 3 kilometers in pace 4:30, then another 3 kilometers in pace 4:15, and then 6 kilometers in pace 4. Then after the total of 16 kilometers, I arrive back here at my apartment where I pick up my parents, and then we run together to the Cheonggyecheon lake in the middle of Seoul and back here. So the first part of the run is going to be some tempo work, and then the last 10 kilometers will be a pretty chill pace together with my parents. Because of the big amount of kilometers in this run, I'm also going to carry a lot of energy gels with me so I can stay on top of my energy level throughout the training. For now, I will just get changed and then start the 16 kilometers, and then I will pick up you guys and take you with me and my parents to run to the lake in Seoul.
Just finished the 16 kilometers in pace 4:16, and now I'm on my way over to my parents to pick them up.
see you. I can see you with my closed eyes. I can see you.
We just turned around and are now making our way back towards the hotel and apartment. We just finished up the run and now my parents joined me for walking the usual 1 kilometer to cool down the legs. So I did 26 kilometers in 2 hours and 6 minutes, which is the pace of 4 minutes and 51 seconds per kilometer. So now we are just cooling down and then I will head inside and get some food before I jump in the shower and stretch. I just came out the shower and I'm now sitting here in the apartment and enjoying a post-run omelette. So to round this video off, I just want to thank you for watching it all the way through. If you found this training week interesting and you want to learn more about what I eat to maintain this type of energy throughout my training, you can check this video out that I made about what I eat to fuel my training. And besides that, I just want to wish you a great weekend. Take care.